What is up, guys? Wraith here, Great Bearded Gaming Society. We have made it to the tunnel. We've made a couple of small purchases already. I didn't really see any point in trying to film like every single little purchase we did. Plus, trying to make sure that people are cool being on my channel, so to speak. So I didn't really do all that. But what we have done so far is we picked up on the cheap a nice Savant's cap. It's a little upgrade to Wisdom and Intelligence there. We picked up a pair of +2 Intelligence rings. It's about the lowest we could get, but it's something. Anything's better than it to start pumping up more intelligence equals more mana. And then we got 2 of the golden jaded bracelets, which by themselves will be 30 hit points and 30 mana. So almost a cast of root by themselves just with that. Now the other thing that we're trying to do, and we don't know if I'm going to have any luck here, to be quite honest, because the items I'm looking for are kind of old items, if you will. But looking for kind of a couple of cheapies in there because we don't have much cash left. We want to make sure we have at least a little bit to buy a couple of level 12 spells when we get there. But we were hoping to get like a Skull of Gentra, which is a good about 20 mana. Hoping to get that for maybe about 10-ish plat. We'll see what happens. And then some of the Polished Bone Hoops, which were just like 10 mana earrings. I've been checking things on the wiki, and these are relatively cheap items, but they're also they're older, so to speak, right? Because I mean, everything's now in Kunark, and people are in bigger zones, so it's, can we come across somebody who's been in the lower level zones trying to get these? But if we can get those items just by themselves, that would be another cast of root or another cast of a nuke. So all in all, we would have added 2 to 3 potential casts of a pretty expensive spell. So again, that's kind of what we're hoping for. Like I said, we didn't have a ton of cash. We got a pretty good deal on the jewelry. We found a jeweler who made the whole lot of the stuff for us. I believe it was somewhere right around 30 plat, I think, for that. And then we managed to get the Savant's cap for 15. I don't remember how much plat I showed up with, but it was like 15 or 20. We'll see. And of course, we got one guy trying to sell the hoops, and he wants double what we're trying to get. So probably not going to go that route right now. It's a tricky one because they're between 5 and 10 plat based on the wiki, and I'm really trying to get them on the cheap. We'll see what happens. But stick around. I'm going to sit out here for just a little while longer, see if I can weasel out any of these kind of pieces that we're looking for. We'll see what happens. We'll check back in here in a few minutes and then make a critical decision. So stick around, guys. We'll be right back. All right, gang. So we thought long and hard. As you can see, there's Kanyos in the backfield right there as we run back across. We were going to go back to West Corona. We were going to go back to the Bandits. We said we thought long and hard about it, about whether or not we would stay more towards the commons, because we really haven't done a lot there. But I decided to come back out here, and not just because we haven't done much here either, but because I've never really done much here. So this will be a prime opportunity to stretch our EQ chops a little bit, as they say, and do some stuff that we've kind of always avoided in the past. Now we're going to be a little bit out of luck just because of the timing is coming up on nighttime. But we did get some pretty spiffy buffs. Thank you to Daishon, who just hung out with us in the tunnel and chatted with us for a little bit while we were looking for newbie upgrades. We never did find our Skull of Gentra, and we were never able to get any Polished Bone Hoops. But we were able to add on a Chipped Bone Collar for about 5 plat. So, I mean, again, all total, we've straight up added 40 straight mana, 40 straight hit points to our cause, as well as the intelligence across the board there. So 2, 4, 7, yeah. So added 7 intellect and about 40 straight mana. So hopefully, again, if nothing else, it's an extra cast of something at bare minimum, right? Plus just a few extra hit points helps us take a couple other jabs. But we are going to work our way back over to Bandits. We're going to try to get set there. I don't want these buffs to go to waste. Like I was really torn on whether or not we hang out and keep looking for some of those newbie items, even though I hadn't really, like one guy had auctioned the Polished Bone Hoops, but was looking for double what I was trying to offer. So we did not see eye to eye, and I never saw anything about like the skull. Because again, the skull, it's not an amazing item. It just happens to be one of those, at this level, it's really strong, right? I mean, 20 straight mana at this level is pretty hard to come by. And it's not a really hard to get item for, you know, mid-level players. So we shall see, we'll see how it goes. But we are going to work our way back over to bandits. We are going to stay working on these bandit stashes. Like I said, we've got 4. Those will be our primary focus experience-wise. We'll be doing those and collecting some of the stashes, so we can turn in and see how we do experience-wise there. And at the same time, we can also random necro. I think he'd probably overkill everything. But we can also get over here and see, you know, how the experience and the rewards go for those. I believe from talking mostly in the channels and in the chats, is we should be getting like a bronze item, I think, for most of those hand-ins, which could definitely help us get some more capital going. So give me a few minutes to get reset. We might camp and wait for the sun to come up. We'll see how fast we can get there, and we'll be just right back in just a minute when we're actually, you know what, we'll test on this guy. We'll test right here because it's much safer, and he's not going to move anywhere. So we're mostly full of mana as it is. But I mean, we should be able to, you know, get resisted, because that's just kind of what we do. So our firebolt. Yeah, leave those alone. So basically, with our firebolts, 3 firebolts in a root. Yeah, 3 firebolts in a root was about half our mana pool. Granted, we got, I think, a tick or so of mana while standing there. But either way, that should be a pretty decent increase. So again, we're going to get to the spot we were at. We're going to reset, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes. So stick around for me, guys. All right, so assuming we can find this guy in the dark. He's way over there. Okay. Was not even close, and we got resisted. So let's go with the root. So we're shooting at the darkness. All right. So what I'm hoping for with at least just our minor upgrades. I mean, again, it's a slightly noticeable difference because we're not completely out of mana just yet. Because a lot of times we were actually running, you know, completely out of mana on these guys. And I mean, that's already resist. I think that's double resists. We still got, I mean, we don't have much mana, mind you, but we still have some mana, and we got the kill. No sash this time around. You know, we can watch our bolt just fly off into oblivion there. But either way, like I said, our few little upgrades, I think, will serve us quite well. Like I said, we weren't completely out of mana, so we weren't seriously in peril like we have been a couple of other times here. So, I mean, I think, you know, and as we continue to kind of grow it a little bit, we'll keep our eyes open for a couple of other, you know, kind of cheapy upgrades. And at the same time, once we get a handful more of the sashes, we'll run to town, figure out where we hand those in, and see what kind of loot we get there, just to increase some capital and see how we go. But let's like I said, there is somebody else in the area. I don't know whether he's specifically hunting bandits or whether he's blind like I am. I have no idea. But we're going to kind of keep our eyes open here for this one little spot, and we'll jump back here in a little while just to kind of check on and see how we're doing, and kind of keep tabs again on where that guy is, because if technically he was here first, I don't want to mess with his camp if this is what he was doing. So give me a little bit, we'll check back in and see what's going on. Alrighty, gang, so we are checking back in. We've made the dash back to Kainos. As you can see, it took me longer than I'd like to admit to find this guy, Chesgard, Sidwin, whatever, this dude right here. He is supposed to be our guy. Look at that metal. Let's get him targeted. Hidey ho, neighbor. And we should be able to give this guy this. And get some bronze stuff. And actually what we forgot to do was check to see, let's see how this experience is going to look right here. So give him that. Looks like it's going to be pretty decent. Going to be pretty decent. It's going to weigh us down with the quickness, but it should also be a good way for us to earn decent little chunks of cash. A bronze two-hander that time, so now we really can't move. We talk to the guy right next to him. 3 plat for that, 3 plat for that. Oh yeah, so this is going to be quite nice. So the bronze broadsword apparently is squadouche, but a lot of this other stuff is going to be worth a decently nice. What was it? What was that one? 2 gold for the bronze short sword. That was it, huh? Whatever. Anyhoozle, we decent chunk of cash there. Nothing that we could use, which is fine. And then super close, super duper close to level. And we've also been getting some, we don't really get loots off of the bandits, but we get some straight coin. So we've managed to catch back up. I think we were down to about 30 plat after we got ourselves some upgrades. We're back around the 52 mark. When we combine all this, would be like maybe 54, 55-ish plat, I think. So not horrible, and it was a decent little chunk of experience to boot. Like I said, I think that's going to be our spot, I think, for quite a little while, is getting the bandits. But of course, the end game, what I think would be really cool, is if we can get to a spot where we can reliably take the camp on the hill. I mean, obviously, the big problem with that one's going to be kind of split, and I think I'm going the right way, so bear with me. Here we go all the way around this one and hook a sharp turn and look like straight ahead, and we should be somewhere near the... Oh, I forgot about the big hill thingy. It should be like right here, and we turn, and I think that should be the bank, I think. Look, yay, okay, it looks very bankish. That'll work. Let's get rid of all this extra stuff that we're carrying here. Let's just see what we look like. Oh, so yeah, math fail. I had close to 20 plat gold on me. Okay, so yeah, we're not doing half bad. We are not doing half bad. Keep up at that pace. Save up a little bit. One, we should be able to. Of course, that's the other thing we should probably do. Honestly, just why we're right in the neighborhood. I know it's not going to be anything super fast. So we go this way, and go this way, and go this way. And then, I think, right? That's the herb jar. I think this is the wizard one back here. Oh, there's a trainer at the very least. Not that I think I have anything to train in right now. We'll double check. I don't think so. We're not big enough for nope. What do you got? Looks like not my kind of spells. Okay. So, yeah, more enchanter stuff. Anyhoozle, why we're here, we are definitely going to get all this figured out. We're gonna upgrade our spells, or at least get the few. There's really only, honestly, a spell or two at level 12 for us. There's really not a whole lot. One of the big ones, of course, is actually right there. Let's go ahead and get Bind Affinity, which we definitely want. That one, we do not get a new shield or anything. I think technically there's resistant skin. I don't really see whether that's going to be a big plus for us. Cancel magic might be useful later, but it's not going to be useful for us early. What do you? I don't know who's who. This is the first time I've ever been in here. You are enchanter stuff. Where's wizard people? You look like wizard people. Okay, so we're looking for shock of lightning. So you are the little person spell. Yep, there we go. So there's some of the bigger stuff there. Shock of Lightning, that will be our big one. Yeah, for level 12, but that'll be our new big nuke. So we will go ahead and pick up Shock of Lightning, and that's really, I mean, technically there's the Frost Spiral of Alcabor, which technically you could use it to quad. I don't know. I mean, we'll get it. We'll try to play with it at one point. I just don't know if it's really going to be all that great for us or not. But I mean, even with those, that still keeps us over 50 plat. We will stash those guys in here off to the side. But guess when I was in East Commons, I probably should have tried to sell my bone chips just to see if I could have pulled a couple little extra there. And then I'm going to do this because walking through this town sucks, at least for me, because I still don't know my way around. Boink. But, so either way, guys, I think that's, you know, we're going to spend another grind session at minimum out there on the bandits. So unfortunately, we were actually, as we were leaving the bandits last time, somebody showed up. It's like, oh, you want a group? I'm like, really? You ask me now. Because had that person been there earlier, we probably could have taken the bandit camp up at the top. But we'll see. We will see what happens. But I think that's going to be a pretty good spot to call the adventures for this week. Like I said, we're super close to level 10. We'll pick up level 10 and then 2 more levels for some spiffy new spells. We will obviously keep an eye out. We'll throw that LFG flag up, keep an eye out for some groupage, and see what we can do. But the bandits have proven to be a pretty good spot for us because we can kill one, med back up to full, kill the second, med back up to full. So long as nobody else is there killing them, it's relatively consistent for us. And so far, if we don't get ads and stuff, and with our new gear, at least we haven't had too much trouble. So next time for sure, we should definitely pick up another level, which could be pretty cool. And then again, you know, do some more homework, do some more research, see if there's somewhere else really good we should be going to or moving to. But I feel like the more efficient we get at killing these guys, if we could actually move up the hill and take out that camp, which might still be a ways off. I've seen a handful of pet classes do it, but that would just be super because there's like 4 or 5 up there. So if you get everything timed out just right, we should be in a pretty good spot. And like I said, I think we're going to call it there for this adventure. Like I said, super close to level, got our spells, got a little bit of cash back, and lots of upgrades, so it's hard to complain about what we got done this week. As always, guys, if you do like what we're doing, hey, please don't forget to like, comment, maybe subscribe down below. We do love to hear from everybody. Doesn't matter which server that we are on at the time, whether it's P99, whether it's live, or whether it's a TLP. Reach out, chat. I'm typically around somewhere on most nights. But until next time, guys, stay safe, stay distant, stay in EverQuest, and we'll catch you guys next time. Night, guys.